Hello friends, good morning, welcome to LeggLife. It is currently a beautiful Friday morning here in Anchorage, Alaska. The sun is out, skies are blue, it is 45 degrees, which feels really nice. I know probably chilly for many of you, but I actually have shorts on today. Sherri is working from home today. Give you an update on her a little bit later in the video, just some health stuff going on. But the first thing we need today is coffee. And so I am in the Jeep. Let's go get us coffee to start our day, and then let's get back home and figure out what the heck we're gonna do. So if you watch our channel, you guys know that when we get coffee by our house, we normally go to a place called Java the Hut. But there's another coffee shop here near our house called A Whole Latte Love. And we don't come here very often, and honestly, I don't know why. So this morning, making a little switch and coming here instead. Plus, come on you guys, like everything's pink. You know this is Sherri's jam.
Sure, is this one iced today?
Thank you so much.
Of course, here's the one hot.
All right, drinks acquired. I actually got Sherri and I the exact same thing. It is an Americano. Also, look how fun their sleeves are, right? It's just so cool. Americano with sugar-free strawberry, sugar-free hazelnut, and just a little bit of cream. And mine's the exact same, except I got iced. So, same drink. Now, we actually first started getting these, or this combination, at Aftershock, our main coffee shop here in town. And they call it the Captain Crunch. And I will say, the strawberry and hazelnut, it does give it like distinct Captain Crunch vibes. It's so good. And I was concerned when we switched to sugar-free syrup that, because you know how sometimes sugar-free syrup tastes like sugar-free syrup, that it would like kill the Captain Crunch vibes. Nope, still delicious. So, got coffees. Let's get it home. Let's get it to Sherri. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let me give you a Sherri update. I mentioned in the last video, let's see, when was it? I think last Wednesday, that Sherri wasn't feeling well. She has had a flare-up, setback in her exfoliative erythroderma. It has come back worse than it has in the last year since her diagnosis, for sure. And you guys who went through that journey with us know how scary that is and just how all of that kind of stuff. So it flared up. It got bad for, what do you think, Sherri? How long?
It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. Have been just kind of dealing with that. We've seen the doctor. Doctor has Sherri on some new medication, trying some different things, seeing what works. So we got Sherri better once. It's gonna happen again. We're just thankful that she has such a good team of doctors, people who care about her and love her and who are taking care of her and gonna make sure that she gets better. So probably not a lot of Sherri in this video until she's feeling better. She is working from home, which again is just like the flexibility that she has, and honestly that we both have with our jobs, to just respond and take care of her while she is dealing with this it's like one of the biggest blessings in life. So I know you guys love Sherri. I know you guys prayed for her a ton last year. Would just love it if you did that again. Again, we want this thing to get knocked out so that she is all better. So for me today, I got a lot of work emails done this morning. I kind of laid in bed and just purged emails, which is kind of a nice feeling. Some days I don't like waking up doing that because it feels like you just start the day with work stuff. But some days it's nice just to get through that. So it's okay, that's done. Now I'm actually gonna focus on some home stuff, and let me go show you what project number 1 is gonna be. For this first project, we're going outside, but this one, hey, so what are you doing, Missy? Okay, what we're actually going to do today, you can see there are just some old weeds from last year, just some things that need to be pulled up. There's a bunch of them, just kind of these things, that sort of stuff. Just kind of pull things out of there, just get it, I don't know, just get it cleaned up a little bit. Oh my gosh, well, apparently we had a moose come and poop right there. What the heck? So that's what we're gonna do to start with, is just clean this up a little bit. We really do love our outside space. We don't use it as much as we would like to. One of our long-term goals for like our home here is to figure out how to make this a more usable space. Eventually we'd love to get like, I don't know, whether it's sod out here or something like that we could come out and use it. But we certainly won't use it if it's covered in weeds and overgrown and nasty. So my project is going to be, at least step one, pull up the weeds from last year. Looks like Missy's adventuring out for the very first time this year. Also, like this stuff, like what? So embarrassing. So I'm gonna figure out what to do with all of those. Not that, that's a security camera. And just kind of pick up out here. Missy, gonna help? No, you're just gonna probably walk around and eat leaves. So I have a black trash bag here. I'm kind of filling up with weeds and stuff. I do love that our iris are starting to come up. So I'm just gonna kind of go through. I've already pulled a bunch out of there because the only things that we really keep are this bunch of iris. There's a giant like mound of iris down there. We do have somewhere in here, there is a like a yellow lily that's really pretty, so we keep that. And then over here we have, there's like 3 peony plants that I hope come back. That was the biggest one last year. You can see that kind of laying over. And then we have more iris down there. But like everything else is just mulch. Well, honestly, mulch and weeds. So just trying to make it less weeds. All right, I got almost an entire bag of weeds here. It's starting to look a little bit better. Still have a lot more to do. Missy is living her best life. But I want to show you guys something that gets me really excited. I was pulling up the peonies from last year, and look, you can already see the new ones starting to come up. There's some sprouts there, there's some there, and down there. I did a bunch of weeding around those irises, got a lot of stuff pulled out. Still have some more to do like in there, but that one's looking better. But then I saw something here in our tree and I was like, what the heck is that? And I think probably a windstorm like blew this random piece of cardboard into our tree. So that goes in the trash. Another thing I'd actually like to get this year, you can see we have kind of rocks around the back there. I'd actually like to get more and just kind of, I don't know, just kind of define that back wall a little bit more. So I may go on a rock hunt a little bit later, but progress is being made. All right, so the next thing we're doing is actually gathering recycling, taking that in. That is not recycling, that's actually trash. That is our old toaster. Some of you may remember that we've been looking for a new toaster for a couple of months now, it seems like. Haven't been able to find one. And the toaster that we have, like, it just, okay, so a toaster has one job, right? Like literally one thing it needs to do, toast. Our toaster was no longer toasting. When a toaster doesn't toast, it's garbage. But we found a new toaster, check this out. I got this one yesterday at Costco. It was $49 and it is exactly what we're looking for. 4 slices, it's a Cuisinart. It doesn't feel like cheap or anything. I love it. So, gathering up recycling, take that to the trash. You can see we just got some random boxes. The welcome family sign, that is not recycling. That's just still there from Deanna and Marshall's visit. So, let's gather up all of this. All right, I'm a moron. I dropped the toaster upside down on the floor. You guys, look at all of those crumbs. What? Ugh, gross. So, let's get a broom. Boom, just like that, done. That is not recycling. Those actually need to go into my office. They're like, what are those? They're like those giant sticky pads. Like, imagine sticky notes if they were gigantic. We use them for like teaching and some of our trainings and stuff, so those need to go into the office. But recycling is gathered. I can take that in, and then that is another thing off the list today. All right, so I'm actually out and about here in downtown Anchorage. I am walking on the park strip, which is it's actually pretty cool. It's a really cool piece of land that stretches all the way from down there, all the way up here. And it actually goes for like blocks and blocks up there. Just this big, wide open piece of parkland here in Anchorage. And what's so cool is that this land has actually been used as, gosh, a lot of different things. It was used as a landing strip. It has been a golf course. The largest gathering ever in Alaska history was right here on the park strip when Pope John Paul held mass here on his visit to Anchorage. And so it's just like there is a beautiful flagpole. Actually, interesting story. This flagpole used to be probably 2 times taller than that. It was made out of this amazing tree, like the pole was. But during a windstorm a number of years ago, it snapped, like it broke and fell, and they replaced it with that. So there's like the flagpole up there, there's an old train up there, there's playgrounds, there's tennis grounds, there's softball fields, and then like right over here, just down here at the end, is our Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. You might be able to see down there, there's like a rugby field. This is where a lot of our city festivals are, a lot of fairs are, a lot of big gatherings happen here, protests even happen here. So the park strip is kind of this like giant green belt right through the heart of like downtown Anchorage, and I just love it. Here in probably, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks, they'll come through and plant a ton of flowers. There's a municipal rose garden up over here. So it's just a beautiful wide open place to come, walk, enjoy, stop, catch your breath, enjoy the sunshine, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. All right, so it is like, I don't know, 8 hours later, probably. We're just sitting down gonna record a podcast. Say hi. Tomorrow is, no, Mother's Day is in 2 days. And so the podcast we're gonna talk about is like lessons we've learned from different mothers in our lives. Just kind of a mother's tribute episode, sort of. We've just been kind of hanging out today. We finished season 2 of The Home Edit. It is a show.
I love that show.
Netflix. It's so good. It is about these 2 ladies who run an organizing business. Auburn told us about it first, I think. And it's like, it's a great show. And it's actually the kind of show, like, I always feel, I think I'm blurry. I'm better. I always feel motivated when I watch that show.
They make it look so easy to be organized and like in a pretty way, like form and function.
And it's not quite that easy.
It's not quite that easy, but
for us.
Yeah.
But they make it feel like it's accessible.
Yes.
So that's what we did tonight. We hung out, ate dinner, watched The Home Edit. Now we're going to go record the Mother's Day podcast. Some of you guys might not even know we have a podcast.
We have a podcast.
Thank you, Sherri. Thank you. I will link it down below if you are interested in checking it out. Yeah, we're going to go record and then I'll pick you guys up later. All right, so I want to show you guys outside right now. Because we have officially reached the time of year when the sun is setting after 10 p.m. It is like 9:45 right now, and look, you can kind of see on the trees there below sort of that cast of gold on it. Oh, it's beautiful. Over here we have Campbell Lake, the mountains off in the distance that way. But how crazy to be able to come out and see this view at almost 10 p.m. And there's kind of a view of the little garden area where I did some weeding earlier today. Hey, why don't you birds shut up? I'm trying to vlog here. Why are you so loud? Anyway, that's what it looks like. A little bit better. I feel like that area with those irises down there turned out really good. There's still like all those weeds in there. Maybe I'll just need like a weed killer or something, but it definitely looks better than it did. It feels like summer's almost here. All of the snow's pretty much gone. Things are greening up, starting to. It's just like, it even smells like the season has changed. Does that make sense at all? Is that weird? So spring certainly here, summer approaching quickly. The days are longer. Feels awesome. For those of you who followed along with Sherri's health journey last year, you know that we used a ton of this. It is a CeraVe cream product that, well, this was the lifesaver last year, and we still have like several jars of it we never got rid of. And we had hoped to never have to use them again, but we're going through them quickly again. But so glad that we still have these. Little Sherri update. Hey, Sherri Beth. Can you talk a little bit loud? Is that okay if I ask you?
Yeah.
How are you doing today? Like, how are things going?
It's improving.
It's improving.
I don't know how much you've told them already. It was really scary how quickly it spread.
Yeah, so...
Like, I noticed a few spots, and, I mean, within days, it was, like, it really, my body really just wants to be completely covered. And
Yeah.
so, it covered a large portion of my body very quickly. Which was really the scary part, like, just how quickly it spread. So soon after my injection, it was like 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days after Sherri's injection.
Fresh batch of medicine in my veins, and it's still just like, nope. So, that was really the scary part. My doctor did put me on some new stuff, so, it does seem to be working. Every day is a little bit better. I'm not there yet, but it's better than it was a week ago.
And even that is a big deal.
I had a lot of tears.
There have been a lot of tears in the Legg household, 100%. And it's interesting. Sorry, I had to set down the survey. You know what's interesting is that, and we might talk more about this later. I don't know, maybe we won't. Is how quickly I think we both kind of snapped back into like survival mode. It was almost like, okay, we've done this before. We can do this. We know what to do. And so it was just like we jumped back into a routine that we never, ever wanted to have to like do again, ever.
Well, right, but I think that I'm glad that we had those routines kind of still pretty fresh in our minds, because we were so quick to, okay, we're getting back on the schedule of lotioning, and we're, like, drinking water, and like all the things that we knew helped so much last year, we just jumped right back in. But because my body jumped right back in, like my body was like, oh, we're doing this again, okay, let's do it, and it just like, it took over.
Let's attack Sherri quickly.
Right.
That's what it did.
We know how to do this.
But here's the thing, and this is what we kept reminding ourselves the whole time. This year was so different than last year, because last year we had no clue what this is. We didn't know anything. It was like finding a needle in a haystack. It was a miracle that we even got a diagnosis. This year, we know what it is. Like, we're not...
We know how to treat it. We already have the care team to treat it.
Yep. Your doctor is a freaking rock star.
She jumped right in and was like, okay, we're going to do this and this and this.
And she even like told Sherri, and I think it was really, I mean, she told Sherri, she's like, we're not going to let it get to how it was. Like,
right.
Like we're going to do what we have to. And so...
I think she said that for my benefit, because I think she could tell how scared I was.
But here's the thing. We know what to do. We have doctors and medicine, and God bless science, and God bless medical professionals and doctors who care and make time in busy schedules and like make you a priority, and you know what I mean? Like all of that stuff. Like I feel like you have a team of people who put the care in healthcare.
Well, yeah, and so like the last time I saw her was the end of December, and she's like, so we'll see you again in like 6 months, like, set another schedule or set another appointment, and we didn't want to schedule 6 months in advance because we don't know where,
who knows where we'll be in June.
And so they actually said, like, you're going to want to probably call mid-May to get in by the end of June. And I was like, okay. So I have an alarm set in my phone from December to call her in mid-May. And I called her on Monday, and they got me in Tuesday.
Crazy.
Because of how, like, I need this now.
So.
Which I'm very thankful for.
I'm very thankful as well.
Anytime.
So it's been rough, but
yeah.
Progress has been made, and that's one of the biggest things. Once you see the rash stop to spread, start to change, and then steps of improvement, you can almost take, like, you're not there yet, but you can almost start to take a breath.
Almost, yeah.
So it's funny, because I asked her, I was like, so what kind of weekend do you need? Like, what do you need for this weekend? And she was like, rest. Like,
I need to rest.
I need to rest. So this weekend, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to let Sherri rest, and she can stay home. If she doesn't want to put on hard pants or a bra all weekend, she doesn't freaking have to.
I'm probably not gonna. Be real honest.
So that's kind of the weekend plan for Sherri. Yeah. I might get out and try to do some stuff, but we're going to let Sherri Beth rest. Yeah. So wanted to give you guys a health update. Again, I know you guys care about that, and you guys care about her, and you've been through this journey with us, right? Like so many of you guys Like, so many of you guys remember the CeraVe bottles. Like,
Sorry.
So, why are you sorry?
I keep apologizing to Adam. I'm sorry this is happening again.
She does.
I'm sorry I'm going through this again. I'm so sorry.
She's apologized to me so many times, like, I'm so sorry, my body's attacking itself. I'm like, I'm pretty sure if it was up to you, this would never happen again.
Correct.
All right, friends, I do want to say, I'm going to end the vlog on this. One, I'm not going to give you the backstory. I'm not going to give you the context. Sherri's doctor called her an inspiration. And it was the sweetest, moment and the sweetest, like, interaction. And it was just like, I was so glad I was there for that.
Slipped into the conversation. Like, she was like, and you're an inspiration, and I was like,
It was like, oh great, more tears. So, friends, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you on the next LeggLife video when I'm putting it out there. Sherri is even better. Friends, we love you guys, and we'll see you next time.